Alrighty, so today I want to go over the 3 best beginner teams for Dokkan. Now, there are 3 specific teams that this game basically gives you for free from the start, and today I want to go over all 3 of them in specific. Now, these teams are going to be acquirable for players of all skill levels, and these are going to be teams that are going to help you progress within Dokkan all the way up to where you start going to end game, mid game, and start making your teams, right? These are going to be teams that can help you beat the quest mode. These are going to be teams that can help you do Dokkan events, do story events, stuff like that, right? This team is not going to be, rocking your socks off with 20 million attack stats and doing all these crazy things, but these teams are going to have good synergy. They're going to work well together. They're going to be sharing a lot of links. They're going to be sharing similar categories, and you're going to be able to blend them together. Now, if you are somebody who has been playing this game for a little bit, then this video is probably not for you, but if you want to stick around and leave a like before you go, I would appreciate that. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into team number 1. That is going to be the best team for free-to-play, and that is going to be the Sayan Saga setup here. Now, you guys can see, I'll just kind of hold the 2 of them up on the screen. We'll just do that for now, right? But the Sayan Saga team, this is actually going to be the easiest free-to-play farmable team in the game. And where this is coming from is from the new version Z sort of update, right? With the version Z update, they gave us all types of fun stuff, including these new free-to-play Saiyan Saga units, right? So you can see version Z Goku. This guy, he's been in the game for a long time now, but however, the counterparts on this team ranging from Yamcha going all the way over to Tien and Chaozu. We got Chaozu, or not Tien and Chaozu, Gohan and Piccolo, Chaozu, Tien, Krillin. All these characters are going to be obtainable via one source, and this source is going to be really good for us, right? And it's going to be hard to show here, but it is over here in the panel missions. You guys are going to be able to do this beginner's guide where it's going to tell you everything that you need to do in order to farm this team up, right? What you're going to do is acquire SSRs of the characters. You're going to fill them up with super attack level. You're going to do their Dokkan awakenings. You're going to do their hidden potential. You're going to be able to do all of the little things like that, and it's going to work out just fine for you, right? So I hope that makes sense, but the beginners panel, it's going to be super easy, and you're going to be able to get everything that you need in order to get these characters up to the free-to-play level, or the max potential here, and that's going to be the Rainbow Star on all of these characters, alongside version Z Goku being Dokkan Awakened into an LR, and he's also going to be SA25. You guys can see I haven't done that yet, but what you'd want to do is make that character SA25, and again, the game is going to give that all to you for free, right? You're not going to have to go out of your way to farm it. It's going to be very, very easy, a very streamlined process, and there's not going to be much to it whatsoever. So that is going to be the first team. Again, so when you're going to be looking, I think one thing that's really important to mention with these types of videos is the way that these are going to be set up, right? So if we just go to any random event, we'll go to the growth tab, right? We'll go to the Whis event. I think that's fine, right? We want to go over here, press the refresh button, and then what it's going to give us is a Saiyan Saga leader, right? So if we kind of filter it by Saiyan Saga, we can see what's up here. I would imagine it's just going to be that Gohan and Piccolo, but you never know. Yeah, so we have another version Z Goku, we have Raditz, right? We have some of these other characters, Yamcha. All these characters are going to work out just fine, but with Gohan and Piccolo here, we'll just run into the event real quick, and I can just show you the level of synergy that this team is going to have just at face value, right? Now, keep in mind, this isn't going to be like a Ginu situation, where I'm pretty sure these characters are not at all times going to be sharing 6 to 7 links, but you can see right here, if we do this, these characters are going to be sharing 3 in specific, being Brainiacs, N-Fighter, and Z-Fighters. And then these 2 are going to be sharing Courage, Z-Fighter, Solid Support, and Shattering the Limit. This is going to activate 6 of the 7 links for the free-to-play characters right here. So what you would probably want to do is set up something like this. I think that this would probably be the best way to go about it. Just put the summonable unit in slot 1, put the free-to-play unit in slot 2, and then Chaozu can just chill out in slot 3 and then float off, right? So that is kind of how this specific setup is going to work. I think that this team is really good for players of all skill levels, and potentially if you need to fill out something, it could work out really well. So that's the first team that we're going to be looking at, the free-to-play Saiyan Saga team. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so next up on the list, we have the free-to-play Ginyu Force team. Now, this is a team that I have covered extensively over the course of this channel's lifespan. Where to get them, the methods have been updated over the years, right? This used to be a whole lot more strenuous of a process, but now they have simplified it much more. So, the free-to-play Ginyu Force team, you guys can see the 5 core characters that we are going to be focusing on first are going to be Raccoon, Birder, Goldo, Captain Ginyu, and then Jace. And then when we have all of those done, we are going to be able to unlock this LR Captain Ginyu. And you might be wondering, Vilify, how do I get that LR Captain Ginyu if he's not free-to-play and farmable like that? I'm happy that you asked, because the way that we are going to be doing that is by maxing out the free-to-play Ginyu Force characters, right? So once all of the Ginyu Force characters are rainbowed and, Dokkan Awaken and stuff like that, you are going to be granted with a copy of this LR. So you can start clear stage 6 of this once you get a copy now, and it's also going to be via unlocking all of these different things. So what do we want to do in order to farm these characters up? We want to go into stages like this. We just want to open it up, right? And then you're always going to want to go down the path to the left. So if we go down right here, this is just going to be an example for this specific run, right? But what you can do is just turn on the auto for the map to make it quicker once you do that. But again, it's like you always want to take this path to the left in order to get this going. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play this over and over again, and then we're going to farm up all these characters. So the traditional way to farm up characters is going to be the same thing for this Ginyu Force method, and you will be able to do that. And once you've done the Rainbow Star and you've Dokkan Awakened all these characters, you're going to be able to unlock them. So I know we're using the Team Bardock team, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, but again, this Ginyu Force team, this one is a staple for free-to-play players because of just how easy it is to farm up. And then also on top of that, it's going to be extremely easy to find a good friend support, being the Dokkan Fest Captain Ginyu, which is by far the best unit on the team. And then what you could potentially do is sub out some of the other characters in time, right? So there's a banner unit, Raccoon and Goldo, and then there's also another banner unit, Jason Berger, who you're going to be able to use in order to kind of sub in on the team. And then eventually, if you pull the Dokkan Fest Ginyu, you can run him as a lead over the Tech LR Captain Ginyu. So the Ginyu Force team, you just want to repeat this process and then go farm up these characters and max them out. And then when you do that, you're going to be able to get yourselves a copy of the Ginyu Force team. Let's go ahead and move on to the last one for this video. Last but certainly not least, we are going to be taking a look at the free-to-play Team Bardock team. Now, with the free-to-play Team Bardock team, it's going to be the same exact process as the one for the Team Ginyu one was, but with this one, it's just going to be different characters, right? It's literally just going to be the Team Bardock setup instead of the Ginyu Force. So the one issue with this team to me, and for me, it's definitely number 3. Really, I could have said last and least in this case. I guess it's just kind of like your brain is conditioned to say last but not least, but in this case, it actually is last but least. I think that the free-to-play Team Bardock at this point is probably better. The LR is probably better than some of the other characters on the free-to-play Team Ginyu, right? Like the physical Ginyu and the tech Ginyu. I think I would say probably Team Bardock is better than them on the Team Bardock setup. But the difference is with this one, I think that the summonable banner units are nowhere near on the quality of the ones with the Ginyu Force setup. That being, Raccoon and Goldo and then Jason Berger. But you do get some nice orbs from this. I forgot to mention that. But again, the process for farming these characters is going to be the same exact one as the one that we looked at before. We're just going to be using like a Ginyu Force team. Just put it on auto mode and let it run, and you're going to be getting these done as quickly as possible, right? Usually what you want to do is take the path to the left, but just for the sake of this, we'll just let it go. But what we want to have to make sure that we're doing is we're playing these events a bunch of times because we need to farm up the hidden potential orbs, right? These characters are not just going to be your run-of-the-mill, here are AGL orbs, here are int orbs, here are physical orbs and all that, and you're going to be able to put them into the character. No, the difference is with this time is you're actually going to have to go in and manually use these special Battle Smart Brawler orbs that we are getting for the free-to-play Team Bardock, right? Because that's just the way they do it. Sometimes you're going to have power level bonuses that happen right there, and you should be good to go. So, just to do a quick recap for this specific video, right? There are 3 very beginner-friendly teams that you can acquire without spending any Dragon Stones. You can save your Dragon Stones and start to work on a new account. You can start to work on your new account, right? Maybe it's your first time playing the game, and you don't know where to start. In my opinion, this is going to be the best way to do so. The first team that you are going to have if you are a newer player is going to be the free-to-play Sayan Saga team. Now, this team is going to be very good. I can assure you that. This version Z Goku and all these characters are going to work very well together, and you're going to have a good friend support, typically being Gohan and Piccolo, the STR Dokkan Fest. If you don't know who that is, you guys will see when you are playing the game. It's not really the biggest deal. You just want to make sure that you're refreshing to get the friend supports that you want, and then it's going to be the same case for the Ginyu Force team. I think that the Ginyu Force team is really, really good for what we're looking for. You guys have to keep in mind that these teams are not set up to run the red zone. They're not set up to go into the supreme magnificent battle. If you don't know what that is right now, you'll learn what it is later, right? That is just not what these teams are designed to do. So you have to keep that in mind as we are doing this. So there you have it, right? The last team that we're going to be looking at, Team Bardock, that is going to be the final beginner-friendly team that you guys are going to need to worry about. So if you made it to the end of this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here so you don't miss out on any of the Dokkan content. I'm trying something a little bit new with the thumbnail this time around, so let me know what you think of that and what you think of the side art as well. Shout out to Bleach, 2 of my favorite characters from the series on the art here. So Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Do all that fun stuff down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.